So, you wanna be good. You wanna be the best. Well, it's a good thing you came to your old pal 101 Leafy, cause I've got over 170 hours in Yokai Watch Blasters, 2 weeks after its release, and by popular demand, I'm creating a series of top 5 yokai for each role. If you like this video and you're interested in daily Blasters live streams where I play with viewers like you, tutorials, and in-depth analysis videos like this one, make sure to subscribe. My old Blasters giveaway has concluded, so even if you entered the old one, make sure to enter my new giveaway for a free copy of Yokai Watch Blasters. All you have to do is subscribe and click the link in the description. You get to choose which version, red cat or white dog, physical or digital, you get. In this guide, I'll name my top 5 yokai in ascending order while telling you why they're good, how to build them, and of course, how to get them. Factors I consider include stats, such as how one stat compares to the rest of the cast or their base stat total, their skills, their moves, and how easy they are to obtain. Of course, number 1 doesn't care if they're the hardest to get, but at numbers 4 and 5, there's definitely a little bonus for being a powerful yokai that's accessible for beginners. Today we'll be taking a look at attackers. Originally the Japanese name for fighters, I'll be using the term in tribute for physical fighters only. Sorry Blizzy, you'll get your chance another day. At number 5, we have Komassan. That's right, cat corpses, the White Chad Squad wins again. Komassan isn't the strongest yokai ever with a base attack of only around 230 attack, but his kit more than makes up for it. You see, his basic attack is super strong at, it's only 35 base damage. Yeah, like I said, he's not the strongest yokai ever. So why is he good? Well, despite all the rank 10 randoms you encounter online spamming A in the big boss's faces and dying immediately, Komassan is actually meant to be played safely from afar. When you're alive, you're dealing damage. When you're dead, well, you're not. Don't die and your damage per second is going to be higher. Komassan is a master of not dying, since he has one of the only ranged basic attacks in the entire game, and his special moves are way better than Robonyan's, which is why he's here, and Robonyan is not. Komassan gets the godlike combination of a ranged basic attack, dodge, and my boy fallback attack. Dodge gives you a short window of invincibility when used, and has a short cooldown. Fallback attack gives you a long window of invincibility when used, but it's got a long cooldown. Couple all that invincibility on demand with an extremely long distance basic attack, and Komassan gets a big yeah from me. Throw that fallback attack on X, since Komassan's skill boosts his X attack's damage passively. Ideally, you won't be getting hit, and as a B rank, Komassan is super squishy anyways with a tiny HP pool, so go all out offense. Your main weakness, unfortunately, is Cat Cradle due to the small arena in the fight, so maybe consider going for the Dominator band, so you can buff your attack and defense every time you take out an eye. For your soul, definitely use Gilgaros's. It gives you more invincibility time when dodging. White dogs can get Komassan by clearing Chapter 10. Up at number 4 is Hovernyan. After Yokai Watch 2, I'd say you probably didn't expect that, but judging by the number of people I battled online who unironically thought he wasn't trash, well, at least you won't be laughed at for using him now. Hovernyan got 2 major upgrades. His basic attack is a triple hit now, which is as amazing as always in Blasters, and he's got light speed, which greatly increases critical hit chance. An incredibly lethal combination, but that's not all. With our good friend fallback attack and dodge, Hovernyan is a strong and mobile little guy. Go a little more offensive by replacing dodge with Hovernyan's offensive in-spirit to buff you and your nearby allies by charging it for a brief moment before releasing the button. I'm seriously impressed with how Hovernyan has turned out this time. Your equipment loadout needs to have some crit damage up somewhere in it, and since Hovernyan is close range, maybe go with the Wisp Cream Band for some extra defense and tons of strength too. Go with the Gilgaros soul if you're taking dodge, otherwise the ultimate souls for Hovernyan are ones like Pepion, Betterfly, or Auntie Hearts. Their souls greatly extend positive in-spirit length, allowing Hovernyan to maintain his great power up for longer without endangering himself by recasting the in-spirit. Hovernyan automatically befriends you at the end of Chapter 7. For number 3, we actually have a tank. Yokai roles are assigned based on access to role-specific moves and nothing else. He's super strong, he's S rank, he's rare, and he's exclusive to Red Cat Core. Can you guess who it is? It's Corpton, with some of the highest strength and defense stats out of any yokai in the game, and one of the only ultimate moves with base damage over 400. Corpton slices and dices without getting sliced nor diced himself, which is pretty important against the Ultra Bosses, who cut through you like a 10,000 degree knife versus Coca-Cola bottles. Smash that like button and subscribe ! Question mark. His moveset is super good, with the all-reliable 50 base damage single smackaroo, and both super stat down tank attacks. They're both 80 base damage and debuff the target, greatly reducing either attack or defense. The great thing about debuffs is they impact the target, which means that your entire party can benefit from it, compared to simply buffing an ally. Everyone benefits from Corpton's presence here. His only downside is his useless skill if you don't take guard, since his skill increases his soul meter when guarding an attack. As a yokai high in strength and defense, it's hard not to recommend the best strength and defense combo out there, the Robonyan 28 equipment. I really can't stress enough how crazy strong your soul ultimate is, so take a Smug Soul to make it charge faster. Or go the classic crit combo, Tamble Soul for the more frequent critical hits, Whisk Cream Band for harder hitting crits, or the Robonyan 28 equipment also gives some nice crit bonuses if you want to go a little more defensive rather than the more offense-oriented Whisk Cream Bands. The reverse also applies here with a Firewig Soul, Beelzebub Soul, etc., since they give harder hitting crits, and that's when you're going to want to use them with the Robonyan 28 band. The choice is yours, depending on whether you want more strength or defense in your build. You're probably wondering at this point, where's Venoct? Well, the answer is not at number 1. Yeah, I know, crazy talk, but you'll see why. Venoct, of course, is amazing for a few reasons, in case you didn't know. First, he's super easy to get. You get him from a mission early in Chapter 11, but at number 2, easy access isn't everything. Venoct's skill is crazy, though it's also available as a soul, so it's not too crazy. When Venoct is in secrecy, also known as stealth, he will always critical hit, 100% of the time. Okay, whatever. A couple Blandon fields aren't gonna break the game, right? Wrong. Because one of Venoct's moves, Vanishing Act, is an on-demand Dimmy field with, unfortunately, a very long cooldown. But Venoct is the only good attacker with this move, which is what makes him so good. This combination here is amazing. The downside is that you want to build Venoct around this, so that means no crit combo equipment, which means outside of secrecy, your damage is pretty trash. 50% of what it is in secrecy, to be exact. To expand upon that, using equipment that ups your critical chance will be redundant with your skill. You'll be getting a lot more out of something else. Oh, and I can't forget to mention that Venoct has, and absolutely should take, the incredibly overpowered fallback attack. Because you know, his kit wasn't loaded enough already. His strength is high, but not the highest, and the rest of his stats are unfortunately pretty far from impressive. Still though, guaranteed crits. Octosnake is guaranteed to deal a couple thousand damage, so go with crit damage up equipment like the Whisk Cream Band and a Smog Soul to charge your Soul Ultimate up as fast as possible. Soul Ultimate charging is based on the number of hits you deal, not the damage, and since Venoct's basic attack is a triple one, you'll be spamming Octosnakes left and right. Venoct joins you at unfortunately a 5% chance when you clear his mission in Chapter 11. Sometimes in a game, you encounter something super strong. And sometimes, you encounter something so strong, you can't help but think, what the heck were they thinking when they designed this thing? Gilgaros is that thing in Blasters, featuring the highest HP of all yokai by far, one of the absolute highest strength stats, and a top tier defense stat too. Gilgaros is the best of the best of the best when it comes to raw stats. But does his kit have what it takes to make use of them? I mean, it's not much of a mystery. He's my number 1 attacker for a reason. He's got the classic Gilgaros skill we all know and love, Extreme Critical, making his crits deal 100% more damage instead of the usual 50. But that's not all. He's got both super stat down attacks and the aggro getting attack. All 3 of the amazing tank attacks here at his disposal. Plus, he's got guard, because why not? Take both stat downs and make your team benefit from your very existence, or relieve the blue Pikmin-like casters on your team of their easy aggro by replacing Double Discourage with Bring It On. I seriously, really have no complaints about Gilgaros. Well, actually I do have one. He's not very mobile, but he can take hits like a champ. So slap that mighty armband on him for some extra defense and strength on top of a higher chance to cause criticals for that classic Yokai Watch 1-2 crit combo. Spice up your damage even more with an Orkanos Boss Soul to give you bonus strength that is scaled off of a portion of your already monstrous defense when both of them are being boosted by your equipment as well, and wreck everything in your path as the mountain smashing Oni himself. That is, after you unseal him from the medallion by cranking all 8 original Crank-a-Kai exclusives from their respective colored coins. In tribe order, they are Cruncha, Frosttail, Hornaplenty, Demona, Auntie Heart, Count Cavity, Eterna, and Shadow Venoct. Note that Hornaplenty replaces Goldenyan in blasters. No idea why. Thank you so much for watching this video, if you did indeed watch the whole thing. It took a ton of research and effort to plan and script this thing because I wanted to make sure it was accurate, that it was truly helpful and only made after tons of experience with the game and its systems, rather than pushing it out as soon as possible. If you skipped right to the end to see number 1, I highly encourage you to go back and watch the whole thing, and that's not just me saying it because I want you to watch my video or whatever. I'm saying it because every yokai is hand-picked to be something good. No filler here, all research, all bona fide, good dang stuff. If you appreciate all the effort I put into this, make sure to like, make sure to comment with your favorite attacker, and of course, subscribe for more daily Blasters content, including live streams and top 5s like these. Don't forget to join my partner Discord with over 1,700 members at discord.gg/101leafy, and follow me on Twitter at 101leafy as well for the newest updates and to chat all things Yokai Watch.